Hello, everybody. We are here at ESGCT, and I'm in the BSGCT booth with Gerry. He has been coming to ESGCT for over 15 years, and you are currently at the University of Edinburgh, but you are also on the board with BSGCT.
Yep.
Tell me a little more about the association.
So it's the British equivalent of the ESGCT, so it's our national society, and we try to promote gene and cell therapy from the point of view of helping early career researchers develop their careers, but also making an awareness of the field to the general public. So that's our mission. Yeah.
And your background's also in cell and gene therapy too, and respiratory, I think you were telling me?
Yeah, respiratory gene therapy. We've been working on gene therapy for lung diseases for more than 25 years.
That's a very important area to be working on.
We think so.
Anything interesting at this year's show that you're very excited about that you're hearing at ESGCT?
It's just great to hear all the new developments. The field's advancing so quickly, and particularly in the areas of genome editing rather than straightforward gene therapy where you're just replacing a defective gene.
Yeah.
The ability to edit and correct mutations in vivo is really becoming a reality, and that's quite exciting.
So the interest in cell and gene therapy has only grown, because you said you've been going to the show for so many years. So just tell me, what's been the difference over those 15 years? What kind of things have you seen change?
I guess it's been a bit of a roller coaster, because when I first started working in it and back in the early mid-1990s, and it started to grow quite quickly, but there was a lot of setbacks, and there were adverse events happened in clinical trials, and a lot of the pharma companies pulled back from gene therapy because they felt it was too risky. So it went into a big decline again. Yeah. But, over the last maybe 5 years or so, there are therapies coming through and making it into being approved for clinical use. And that's driven interest again. And the funders will fund again, and the pharma companies are interested again. So, it's really started becoming huge again.
Yeah, it seems remarkable what has been achieved in the last few years alone. I mean, you probably would agree. In your area specifically, in your area of expertise, have there been any kind of breakthroughs that you're very excited about as well?
Well, we're really excited because our product for cystic fibrosis, which is a lentiviral gene therapy, we licensed it to Boehringer Ingelheim, the German pharma company, and that's in clinical trial at the moment. So we're pretty excited about that.
So we have talked about this week with a lot of people about the intersection between organizations and societies like this and academia and commercial. It's a very important partnership, I'm sure. Yeah. So that's one example, I'm sure. Have there been any other examples like that coming from your society?
Yeah, I know there are a number of the researchers in the society who have also, spun out companies and commercializing products and trying to get them into clinics. So that's something
it's really important.
That's important.
Yes. Of course, they have any kind of progress.
The therapies are so expensive that you can't really take them into clinic as an academic endeavor. It has to be commercially funded.
Well, we get our inspiration from people like yourself. So we need the educational institutions out there being the seed of those ideas. So I completely agree. So tell us for a minute, why should people join the BSGCT?
Well, there's quite a lot of benefits, and one of the main things, as I say, we like to try and do is promote career development for early career researchers. You can see on the table here, there's quite a lot of competitions for early career researchers, travel awards, research bursaries to do summer projects in labs. We have a Fairbairn Award, which is for the best presentation at our annual conference for early career researchers. So, that's one of the things that we feels really important to bring along the next generation of, leading scientists.
Scientific discoveries and breakthroughs. Yeah. I would imagine that they need this kind of community and they need this kind of support. And of course, you guys are making a big investment in it. Has the society been doing well? Has it been growing too?
Yeah, it's been growing. It's growing. The UK is not that massive a country, but we've got a good core membership.
That's excellent. Okay. So because you've been coming to the show, actually, let me first go back up for a second. So if you had to describe BSGCT in one word, so BSGCT, the organization that you're part of, and you said you're also the treasurer, I think too, man, they really make you work hard, or they? Yeah. So how would you kind of break it down? What would you say is one word you would want people to remember BSGCT by?
Yeah, I think a word that I would use is collaborative, because that's the biggest thing in science, is to share your knowledge and talk to other people and learn from each other. So for me, that's the one word you want people to remember by.
Okay, that's great. And for ESGCT, what was one word you would use for them? You've been coming to the show for so many years, as you've been saying, and you said the show has been growing a lot as well. So is there one thing you would like to say you'd want people to know ESGCT by?
The same, because that's what these conferences are all about, and these societies are all about sharing knowledge and making links and networks. So to me, that's what the societies and the conferences.
So do you guys have your own like gatherings and stuff throughout the year as well?
So we have an annual meeting in the UK that we organise every year. Yeah,
When is that?
So their next one's in April. It's a 3-day meeting in Newcastle in the UK.
And do you bring in the same kind of organizations from both the academic and from the business side to join?
Absolutely. And again, that's been much more noticeable over the last, 5 years, that there's a lot more interest from industry again.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's a smaller version of this. We maybe only have 200 or 300.
Sure.
Rather than 2,000 or 3,000. But
but it's still important to have community, especially locally when you're looking to try to develop your career and figure out ways to get your science into market. So I completely appreciate that. Okay, Gerry, this has been great. Thank you so much for seeing me here at ESGCT. I hope you have a great rest of the show. I know it's just about to end. If people want to find you guys online, where would they find you?
Yeah, our website, BSGCT website, has all our information. So
okay, all right, cool.
And in social media,
of course,
LinkedIn,
Instagram,
Blue Sky, Instagram.
You're on Blue Sky?
I believe so.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been using that. We got to get onto Blue Sky some more. Okay, all right. Well, again, Gerry, it's been really a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Good to see you. Goodbye.